Logan Reed used to think life was something that happened to him. He woke up every day at 11 a.m., ate whatever was around, played video games, scrolled endlessly, skipped his online classes, and told himself, "Tomorrow I'll do better." He didn't feel alive. He felt like a passenger. His parents worried? His professors stopped replying. His friends stopped inviting him. But the strangest part, he wasn't surprised. It was like being on a train you couldn't stop, watching the same stations go by again and again. One rainy evening, Logan's younger brother, Jesse, came into his room, asking for help with a school project. Logan barely looked up and said, "Not now." Jesse left disappointed. Later that night, Jesse was riding his bike home from a friend's house when he was hit by a drunk driver. He survived, but barely. When Logan saw him unconscious in the hospital, hooked to wires and tubes, something shattered inside. He whispered, "Why do I always show up too late?" While sitting outside the hospital, Logan noticed an old man drawing on a newspaper. The man worked for the local railway. He wore a dusty jacket and carried a metal switch lever. The man pointed to a diagram. "You see this?" he said, showing two sets of tracks. "One small switch here," he explained, "and the train ends up in a completely different city." Logan stared, confused. The man continued, "You're the train. Your daily habits are your track. That switch, those tiny choices, that's what determines where your life goes." Logan looked at the lever in his hand. "You can't change the train overnight," the man said, "but you can flip the switch." Logan started waking up at 8 a.m., not because he felt motivated, but because he was sick of being asleep in his own life. At first, he failed. He slept in, he snoozed, he scrolled, but each time, he asked himself, "What track am I riding?" And then one day, he got out of bed without thinking, stood up, didn't reach for his phone, he made his bed. It was just one switch, but it felt like the train shifted. He began tracking his days. He wrote down, Q, feeling bored routine, phone reward, temporary pleasure. Q, feeling anxious routine, avoid task reward, less pressure. Q, feeling guilty routine, numb with distractions reward, escape. He didn't fight the system. He studied it. He asked, what's another way to get the same reward, without taking the wrong track? It wasn't perfect, but for the first time, he felt like the driver, not the passenger. 2 weeks later, Jesse woke up. His voice was weak, but his eyes were clear. Logan was by his side. "I missed your science project," Logan said with a half smile. Jesse replied, "That's okay, you're here now." That night, Logan wrote in his journal, "My brother almost died while I was half alive. If a train can't change direction with one switch, so can I?" But old tracks never disappear. One day, Logan's internet crashed during a test. His anxiety flared. He wanted to throw his laptop, scream, run away, and fall back into old routines. He went to the kitchen. The junk food was calling, so was his gaming console. But he paused. He whispered, "Stay on the new track." Instead of escaping, he took 10 deep breaths, grabbed a pen, and wrote, Q, stress, new routine, breathe plus journal, reward calm. It wasn't perfect, but the train stayed on course. Months passed. Logan got into shape, finished classes, started tutoring students online. People began noticing. His old friends messaged, "You're different." He smiled. One of his students, a quiet boy named Mateo, asked, "How do you fix laziness?" Logan replied, "It's not about fixing, it's about switching." He drew the tracks, showed the same lever the old man once drew for him. "You don't need to change your life in one day," Logan said. "Just change one track today." Logan returned to the hospital one day to thank the old man. He brought coffee, hoping to find him again. But the workers there said, no one by that description worked at the yard anymore. "No one like that has been here in years," they said. Logan looked at the empty tracks. He realized something. Some people show up just to flip your switch. Logan stood at a train station a year later, not as a lost boy, but as a speaker. He gave a talk to students, sharing his story. He held up a real train switch lever. "This isn't just for trains," he said. "It's for habits. Your life moves in the direction of your routines. You don't need to rebuild the train. You just need to switch the track." Moral: change your habits, change your life. Motto: habits can be changed if we understand how they work. Metaphor: a small switch in track can change your final destination.